Monday, and Luis Alvarez, CEO of the Alvarez Technology Group, joining us right now on Power Talk Radio. Luis, welcome back.
Thank you, Mark. How are you?
Doing pretty good. So let's talk a little bit about Apple releasing an emergency update patch for iPhones, iPads, and Apple Watches. What's going on here?
Yeah, so there was a vulnerability that was discovered by Google's Threat Analysis Group, which is an organization within Google that really looks for all sorts of vulnerabilities on everything that's out there, not just Google software and hardware. And they discovered that there was a vulnerability in Apple's WebKit browser engine, and the vulnerability is being actively exploited. And what it does is it lets somebody take control of those devices and monitor the activities of whatever you're doing. So, your texts, your browsing history, if you're using your iPad to buy stuff on Amazon, they're able to see that information. So it's a pretty significant vulnerability. So that's why Apple released these emergency patches and have told people to immediately apply them to every one of their Apple devices, whether it's an iPhone, an iPad, or even an Apple Watch. Okay. They want you to get this thing set up. And if you're automatically set up for software updates, you should have seen a message saying that there's an update that is available and it needs to be installed. But a lot of people turn that off because they're afraid that updates will mess their systems up. And this is one of those cases where you definitely want to have this update.
So the patch for the Apple operating system for the iPhones and for the iPad is 14.4.2. If you have the Watch OS, it's 7.3.3. Those are the ones you want to look for. And generally, they would be under Settings, iPhone device, or your Apple device.
So you go to Settings and General and Software Update, and you'll see what version you have. And you can press the button to see if there's something waiting for you there to install.
And I believe they pushed this out last week sometime because I know that my phone updated it. I take those automatic updates, and my phone updated it sometime overnight.
Yeah. And I think, again, if you're set to automatically receive those updates, which I highly recommend, so that way you can get these kind of emergency security patches right away, you're in good shape. But make sure to check your software version. If you don't have the right version, then make sure to update it.
Luis Alvarez, CEO of the Alvarez Technology Group, joining us today online, alvareztg.com. At AlvarezTG is the Twitter handle, and Luis, the toll-free number for the I-Team.
Give us a call at 866-78-ITEAM. That's 866-784-8326.